Hey, SKOL Nation. What's up, you purple-blooded warriors? Imagine this. Our boy JJ McCarthy, the future of the Vikings, texting fire emojis late into the night with Coach KOC after a game that had us all screaming at our screens. But hold up, before we dive into the glory, what if I told you this chat wasn't just about celebrating a beatdown, but about turning heartbreak into hustle? Stick with me, because today's Vikings news drop from the official Vikings site is gonna fire you up like a US Bank Stadium roar. We're talking McCarthy's grit, Wentz's wizardry, and why this squad's unbreakable. Who's ready to break it down? Let's charge. The air in Egan was electric Sunday night, even after the dust settled from that absolute demolition of the Bengals. 48-10, folks, a scoreline that feels like poetic justice after the early season grind. JJ McCarthy, our 22-year-old gunslinger who's already dodged more bullets than a Viking shield wall, couldn't lace him up due to that nagging high ankle sprain from week 2. But instead of sulking on the sideline, there he was, glued to his Surface tablet, dissecting every snap like a general plotting the next siege. And get this, Coach Kevin O'Connell spilled the tea at the postgame presser. JJ was right there with Carson Wentz, the 32-year-old vet making his purple debut, calling out looks they hadn't prepped for. Hey, did you see this? That's probably this call, KOC recounted, grinning like a kid on Christmas. Quarterbacks coach Josh McCown? He was straight up jacked, pumping his fist as these two synced up in real time. It's moments like this that remind us why we bleed purple. Resilience wrapped in raw talent. What hits different, though, is how McCarthy's turning this setback into straight fuel. Remember last year? The kid sat behind Sam Darnold nursing a torn meniscus, soaking up reps like a sponge, and now here he is again, eyes wide, learning from a dude who started 95 NFL games. Yeah, this was Wentz's 95th start, full circle for a guy who grew up cheering for us Minnesotans before signing on 29 days ago. O'Connell couldn't hide the pride. That's one thing you love about him. He's finding positives in a negative. SKOL, if that's not the Viking way, what is? JJ's not just injured. He's evolving, mentally sharpening that blade while the team's got his back. But hey, fam, drop in the comments. How long do you think it'll take McCarthy to turn this into his superpower? Hit me. That sideline bond? It's gold, pure SKOL gold, because while McCarthy's rehabbing, and more on that timeline soon, Wentz stepped in and owned it like he was born in the Twin Cities. 14 of 20 passes, 173 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 picks, clean, crisp, no drama. O'Connell broke it down post-game. Carson was the ultimate point guard out there, slinging completions to let our playmakers like Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. Once he's back from suspension, feast. And that first drive? A masterpiece, a 12-yard laser to Josh Oliver for 6 points right out the gate. Fantastic doesn't even cover it. It was vintage Wentz, back to basics sharp, with fundamentals so tight you could hear the defense groaning. The guy progressed through reads like clockwork, throwing with anticipation once we hit the meat of the game. Even with a false start and a couple sacks early, he adjusted, found open guys, and built efficiency as the clock ticked. No surprises for KOC. How he's looked in practice showed up. That's why I wasn't shocked at all. Who's hyped for more Wentz magic? Tell me below. Diving deeper into that debut, Vikings fans, because this wasn't just a fill-in gig. It was a statement. Wentz's time to throw? A blistering 2.55 seconds per dropback, per Pro Football Focus, faster than McCarthy's 2.80 in Week 1 or 3.31 in Week 2, which let him dodge pressure like a Northman evading axes. O'Connell tied it right to QB bedrock. It's what allows poise and conviction, deciphering a mile a minute, coupled with repeatable fundamentals in the lower half. Boom, rhythm, system, the whole package. Defenses can't cover all 5 eligibles when you're that synced. And let's not sleep on the run game propping him up. Jordan Mason's forward-finishing runs had KOC losing count. Our O-line dominating the line of scrimmage, with shout-outs to Jefferson, Jalen Naylor, and Adam Thielen for those pancake blocks. Protection held solid most snaps, keeping us efficient, minimizing third downs on scoring drives. That equals flow, baby. Pure offensive poetry before we jet off to Dublin and London for that historic overseas gauntlet starting this Sunday. Picture this. Wentz, the kid who once dreamed of purple jerseys, now slinging it for real in a 48-10 clinic against Cincy. But amid the highlights, there's that twofold excitement bubbling. Wentz balling out, sure, but McCarthy gleaning every nugget from the vet's playbook. He did a really nice job playing point guard, allowing guys to win. KOC noted, and JJ's right there, tablet in hand, spotting those unprepped looks. It's like watching a masterclass unfold on the sidelines, with Josh McCown hyped like he's back in his playing days. This isn't just recovery, it's revelation. McCarthy's high ankle sprain, suffered after missing his entire rookie year to that meniscus tear, could have crushed spirits. But nah, our guy's wired different. Late-night texts with the coach about the game, about Wentz's poise, symbolic as hell. It's that fire to be the best version of himself, spinning injury into silver lining. Fam, doesn't this make you love the journey even more? What's your take on JJ's mental game? Comment now. Health first, always, that's the Viking vow, and O'Connell's laser-focused on getting McCarthy back to 100%. No rushing the 2024 number 10 pick. KOC shut down any tough-it-out talk flat. His mobility's a weapon we've seen shine, so we want him healthy, rearview mirror this thing. Good news rolling in, he responded well to early treatment, ditched the boot from last week for stability, and now it's all about that high ankle rehab phase. Fingers crossed for a quick ramp-up, because once cleared, it's not just yeet him in, it's structured build. Remember pre-Atlanta? JJ was phenomenal in prep but missed practice for his first kid's birth. Can't skip those 10,000 reps to master the position at elite level. O'Connell's all about no corners cut. And with Wentz holding the fort, we've got time to stack those hours right. SKOL to that patience, it's building a dynasty one smart snap at a time. How soon do you see JJ back under center? Sound off. Transitioning smooth from sideline scholar to starter supreme, Wentz's efficiency in a pinch was no fluke. It's that veteran sauce, progressing reads quick to beat the blitz all while our ground game landed body blows. O'Connell raved about the rhythm, stayed efficient with the chains, minimal third downs on scoring drives. That's flow. And with Christian Darrisaw back anchoring the O-line in Week 3, plus Jordan Addison returning post-suspension and Ryan Kelly shaking off that concussion, this offense just got a massive shot of life. Imagine the fireworks. Wentz distributing, Mason pounding, Jefferson streaking. It's a recipe for overseas dominance in Dublin Sunday and London October 5th. But underlying it all, that bottom-to-top sync KOC preaches. Reactionary poise, decision-making, easier with right footwork, balance drops, reading with your feet, he said. Whether 20 years or 2 games in, it's an incredible weapon. JJ seeing it live? Priceless value. Who's your MVP from that Bengals beatdown? Drop it in the comments. Let's debate. As we gear up for the international stage, let's zoom in on Wentz's groove. Once we hit the second quarter, he was locked in, anticipating throws like he knew the Bengals D better than their playbook. That 173 yards, efficient as hell, no picks, 2 TDs, all while the defense piled on points to ease the pressure. O'Connell called it very sharp fundamentally. Grounds the QB's friend for base, balance, quick decisions. Multiple progressions, no panic, just point guard precision letting our guys win. And those early hiccups. False start, 2 sacks, they tested him, but he grew, maintained, even amped his efficiency as the game wore on. It's why KOC wasn't fazed. Practice poise translated seamless. For McCarthy watching, it's a clinic in conviction, tying fast reads to firm mechanics for that unbeatable rhythm. Vikings news alert. This is how we stay ahead of the curve. Fam pumped for Dublin? Tell me why in the replies. Sinking from the ground up. That's the secret sauce O'Connell's cooking. And Wentz dished it perfectly with a punishing run attack propping every drop back. Body blows by running the ball, protection solid for the most part, KOC said, nodding to those loose internal games but praising the overall chain-moving efficiency. Jordan Mason's runs? Non-stop forward finishers, coach lost count, and rightfully so. Add the O-line's trench warfare, Darrisaw's return stabilizing left tackle, and those sneaky blocks from Jefferson, Naylor, and Thielen? It's a total team symphony. Now, with Addison's suspension lifted and Kelly concussion-free, we're talking full throttle, a vitality injection before the Emerald Isle clash. But peel back the layers. Wentz's 2.55-second release? It's poise under fire, conviction in chaos, making defenses chase shadows. McCarthy's absorbing it all, and that's the real win. SKOL Nation, what's the boldest prediction for our London finale? Hit the comments. I'm reading every one. Late night vibes in Egan. McCarthy and O'Connell firing off texts, not just recapping the 48-10 rout, but mining gold from Wentz's masterclass. JJ, sidelined but sideline savvy, was over there with the tablet, chatting looks with Carson. This is probably going to be this call. McCown's energy? Electric as these QBs bridge generations in real time. It's the twofold thrill. Wentz excelling as floor general, completions flowing, guys winning YAC. McCarthy flipping adversity to advantage, just like behind Darnold last year. That high ankle sprain after the meniscus miss? It's testing him, but his response screams growth. O'Connell's beaming. He was over there engaged, finding positives. This is Vikings DNA, unyielding, unbreakable. Fam, ever had a moment like JJ's where setbacks sparked your fire? Share below. Your stories fuel us. Priority 1. McCarthy's healing arc, because rushing a weapon like his mobility? Not on KOC's watch. Very young career, we want this in the rear view, he emphasized, prioritizing full recovery over grit alone. Update from Vikings News. JJ's out of the boot, treatment hitting right, now diving into rehab to ramp speed. Timeline? Week to week, potentially back for London Week 5 if all clicks. No IR stint needed, per insiders. Once greenlit, it's phased build. No figure-it-out toss-in. Stack those reps methodically. Echoes of Atlanta prep. Phenomenal despite missing time for baby joy. Underscore the 10,000-hour truth. Can't shortcut elite QB mastery. And with Wentz steadying the ship, we've got buffer. The smart football building for the long haul. Who's optimistic on a Week 5 return? Vote in comments. Let's manifest it. Wentz's pinch hit prowess? Rooted in that quick progression, shredding pressure with a 2.55-second clip. Faster than JJ's early marks per PFF. O'Connell links it to QB essence. Poise and conviction from rapid reads, tied to lower half fundamentals. Result? Rhythm that defenses can't disrupt, covering all eligibles impossible. Paired with our run game's thud, Mason's endless yards, O-line dominance. It created unstoppable flow. Protection held, chains moved, third downs dodged on TD drives. Shout to the WRs blocking like linemen, Jefferson, Naylor, Thielen owning it. And incoming boosts, Darrisaw's Week 3 return, Addison post-suspension, Kelly concussion cleared, offense reloaded for Europe. Wentz's journey, from Philly MVP hopeful to purple savior, full circle at 95 starts. This is why we love underdog tales. SKOL to Carson, what's his ceiling here? Your thoughts? Overseas adventure looms. Dublin Sunday, London October 5th. Historic, high stakes, and primed for purple pride. Wentz's groove in Cincy, once settled. Anticipation throws popped, progressing like a vet symphony. That opening TD to Oliver? Fantastic. Per KOC, 12 yards of perfection. Early sacks? Bounced back. Efficiency climbing, open players found. No shock. Practice sharpness mirrored game day steel. For McCarthy, it's live homework in poise. Reactionary rhythm easier with balanced feet. Reading drops. Value in watching whether vet or rookie universal weapon. Late texts with coach. Fire for self-betterment, injury to insight. O'Connell's implied sync. Top to bottom harmony elevates all. Vikings News hot take. This bonds us unbreakable. Pumped for international SKOL? What's your travel game ritual? Comment and connect. As the Bengals fade in our rearview, 48-10, a stomping for the ages. Wentz's fundamentals shown. Grounded base for balance, quick decisions amid chaos. Progressed multiple times, got into a groove hard sometimes with D-scoring, O'Connell detailed. It was back to basics bliss. Dream fulfilling for the youth purple fan turned starter. McCarthy's gleaning? Over tablet chats, spotting unprepped calls. McCown jacked, OC proud. 2 reasons to roar. Carson's point guard play. JJ's positive pivot. High ankle hurdle after meniscus year. Growth fuel. Text symbolic. Hustle unending. This is our story. Passion. Perseverance. Fam, what's the silver lining you're seeing? Spill it. Rehab real talk. McCarthy's mobility key, so heal smart, no boot now, treatment on point, phase 2 accelerating. KOC. Get him up to speed quick, then build reps, no corners. Post clearance? Structured, not sink or swim. 10,000 hours demand it. Atlanta Echo. Prep ace despite family bliss miss. Wentz's bridge? Critical efficiency from experience. Vikings news. Week to week, London possible. Optimism surges. Who's crafting JJ's comeback playlist? Suggest tracks below. Europe edge. Run game's body blows set Wentz free, protection firm. Mason's runs blurring counts. O-line control, WR blocks fierce. Boosts ahead. Darisaw, Addison, Kelly vitality shot. Quick throws breed poise. Firm mechanics plus reads equals system. Rhythm. Defenses foiled. Wentz's 95th. Journey peaked. McCarthy's view. Weapon forged. Sync essential. Bold call. Undefeated abroad? Agree? Comment. Final stretch. SKOL Warriors. Wentz's debut dissected. Sharp. Anticipatory. Grooving post-early woes. First drive magic. Efficiency growth. KOC unsurprised. Practice to pay off. JJ's sideline smarts? Engaged, positive, love that fire. Injury spin, mental mastery. Texts with coach? Bond unbreakable. This fuels us. What's next? Big Vikings news. Stay tuned. All in on health. McCarthy's arc priority, rearview soon, rehab rolling. No rush, mobility matters. Out of boot, responding strong. Build phase post-health. Reps stacked smart. Wentz holds, but JJ's the North Star. London tease? Fingers crossed. Your hope level 1 to 10? Rate it. Overseas saga. Dublin-London gauntlet. Rhythm ready. Run efficiency, protection poise. Third down dodges, scoring flow. Incoming stars. Addison, Kelly, Darisaw legacy. Wentz's reads? Conviction core. Poise from feet balance drops. McCarthy learns live. Victory vision? Share. Wrapping the win. 48 to 10 blueprint. Wentz point guard. Completions cascading. Groove hit. TDs tallied. McCarthy's glean. Looks called. Lessons locked. McCown hyped. KOC thrilled. Positives pulled from pain. SKOL eternal. Dream big. Rehab rally. Treatment triumphs. Boot bye-bye. Quick speed-up goal, then phased power. No shortcuts, elite demands it. Wentz vets, JJ grows. News week-to-week warrior. Pumped? Yes. Europe electric, body blows build. O-line owns. Blocks from stars shine. Quick progression. Rhythm reigns. Defenses denied. Wentz full circle. McCarthy's edge? Priceless. Go purple. SKOL Nation. What a ride. From sideline texts to stomping glory. This Vikings news from the official site has me fired up. JJ's grit. Wentz's glow, KOC's vision. It's all building to something epic. If this got your purple heart pounding, smash that like button, drop your hottest take in the comments. What's McCarthy's return looking like for you? And subscribe for more non-stop Vikings updates. Share this with your fellow SKOL heads, because together we're unstoppable. Until next time, SKOL Vikings.